talking about basic recurve. I have a bag here which keeps all the things in it. This has everything that I need. It would work great. I can just carry it with me wherever I want to go. Is made by Artemis. Opening it up, inside, a recurve bow has several different parts. This part is called the riser. It basically fits into your hand, and you attach the limbs here and here. There's little basically beds where the limb goes in. I have a PSE bow, is the brand of my bow. It's called a Nighthawk. And basically you just undo the bolts when you're going to attach the risers, which we're going to do here as I talk you through it. Boop-a-doop-boo. Undoing bolts. I made a challenge to sing a new Christmas song every day, and that's going to be today's. It's boop-a-doop-boo, undoing bolts. That's the story. I'm very careful to not lose those bolts because I'd probably go to their website and find more. So this is a limb, and it basically, the two limbs are mostly identical. There's a little line here which helps me guide to make sure I put them in correctly. The other limb here, like I said, mostly identical. This one has more writing on it, more advertising. It also says lower limb, which helps me from like derping and putting it on the wrong side. The way that I know which way the riser goes is it fits in my hand. I wouldn't be shooting like this or anything. So obviously this is the bottom. So put the lower limb on where the line lines up. Voila. And as I screw it in, I'll tell you, there's a couple things going on here. First thing, it does not look like that is the shape of a bow that you want to be shooting. You're going to expect a bow to be bow shaped, but it is really going to seem confusing as we're doing this, and until we get things strung up, it's going to be a little weird. The other thing is you'll notice that my bow said that it had 25 pound was the number on it. That is basically the draw weight that you need to pull back. I am a larger woman, as in like fairly strong, fairly powerful. I like to shoot for 3-4 hours at a time when I go out. So I want to have a bow that is not super heavy duty, but that I can pull on my own. That's not going to wear me out because, like I was saying, I like to shoot for a long time. 25 pounds has been too much for other women historically. Another thing that's good to know is the length of these limbs are fairly long because I'm fairly tall. So by going to a bowyer, there's basically go to an archery shop. They'll have someone will be there who spends all their time doing this. They were able to help me find the limbs that are right size for my arm. So that's an important thing. So back to the shape of the bow. It's kind of weird. You can see it's not what you would expect the shape of a bow to be, and it's going to seem like I'm putting the string on backwards as I do that, but it'll be okay. So we have the bow here. Stringing the bow for a recurve is you have like two things. You have the bowstring, and you have the stringer. The bowstring, you put that on the bow first, where you have a small loop and a big loop. The small loop is going to go over the bow and you're going to slide it up. The little loop is going to go tucked into the right place. So put the small loop on over its end. See, it basically settles here. There's a little groove there, you can see it. Put it in the groove. Whoop. Walk it all the way down. Realize I should have put the other one on first, which is why there's a big end. Put the big end on first. Womp womp womp. You can mock me at home if you like. This is what happens when you do things spontaneously. So here we go. We slide that so that it is a little bit up the bow. Put this guy on here. We're back to where we were, where we have this now. Now we're going to take the stringer. We're going to put this guy over the cap. We're going to turn it around. Take the end. You can see here, the other string is basically down the bow a little bit. I'm going to be careful to put my stringer over it and to not create a situation where things are sort of entangled in each other, because that happens sometimes. And then I'm going to hold my bow carefully, not bending my back as I'm doing this. I'm using my legs, and I'm putting my foot on the stringer, which I should be wearing shoes, but I'm doing this sort of like a video for folks at home. So it's back straight, stringer here, hand here, using my strength to basically pull this bow up. And There you go. I just slid the string into place. And there, now you can see, this is your modern recurve. Voila.